Good morning to everyone. It is an honor and privilege to participate in this program organized by St. Joseph's College. My sincere thanks to the Reverend Father, Principal of this college. My sincere thanks, sir. Dean of this college, Dr. D. John. HOD of Commerce Department, Dr. Praveen Purain. Then the organizers of the program, Dr. Arudas and Mr. Jerome. I sincerely welcome all the delegates here who are attending this national seminar on ecological crisis, COVID-19 pandemic and sustainable development. I would like to say a few words about why I got Padma Shri Award. Then I will talk about our contributions to the sanitation sector and my work in preserving our environment. Yesterday, I attended a program at Kalikawa Agri-Finance College. There, they have invited 3 of the Padma Shris from Trichy region. One from Gramalaya, Mr Muthu Kannaman, then AKC Nadarajan, one of the Padma Shri awardees, along with me. But everybody is talking about me. You are young, sir, at this age we got the Padma Shri award. So, I told them that, no, sir, my age is almost going to touch 60 years. The coming April, I will be touching 60 years of my age. I was born in 1963 at a place called Orayur, Chitrapalli, very close to our college, and where there was a college farm where they used to have lands of agricultural fields, rear poultry farm and other rabbits farm like that. One father was coming from this college every Saturday evening, and he would come in a bullet, Royal Enfield. We used to wait for him every Saturday on the evening, 5 to 6 o'clock. We say, hello father, good evening, like that. Then he will stop his bullets and he will give a chocolate to all of us. So the story started all the charity in my mind started even from my childhood day. Gramalaya was started in the year 1987. Before that, I worked in an organization called Antyodaya. It's a Gandhian organization. There I worked for 3 years, and I worked as a field level supervisor, staying in the villages, eating with the people, staying in the villages, working with them on community farming and tree planting. So, after 3 years of my work in Antyodaya, then with my college friends, 3 of my college friends, Mr. Sari from Jamal Muhammad College, Mr. Bogan from National College, and myself from Bishop Weber College, started Gramalaya in the year 1987. Even though I was studying in Bishop Weber College, I have close association with St. Joseph's College and St. Joseph's Higher Secondary School. It was in the year 1991, just 2 days before my marriage. 7/6/1991, 5/6/1991, the World Environment Day is observed on that day, every day, 5th June, every year. On that day, I have planted saplings in this college next school campus, St. Joseph's Higher Secondary School. Now it is almost 30 years past. Those trees were still standing there. If you go and make a walk around those places, the high school, after the high school ground, you can see those trees, 30-year-old trees planted by me with the background, the rockwood, those things. Still, I am having the photograph with me. So, why I am telling this story? Closely, I was engaged in environmental conservation activities. I was talking about the greenhouse effect. The gases emissions 35 years ago. In 1991, the incident, around that time the incident was happened, the Union Carbide gas things were affected. Those days we used to talk about environment, conservation of our water resources. Also, we started planting trees in the wastelands. It was 1987 at my childhood. I was studying plus 1, plus 2 those days. There was a flood, heavy flood. The principal was telling that it was a 25 centimeter rainfall on that single day. It made Trichy a flooded area. On that day, I swam across from Murayu to this college campus with my friends. I was curious to see whether the zoo, mini zoo maintained in this college campus with python and bears and other wildlife kept in a cage here in this campus, which was washed away by the flood. I could see that the highest flood level is engraved in a cement mortar on the wall of this college. 1977 highest flood level, above 9 feet in this place. So these were all my earlier days and my close association with St. Joseph College and St. Joseph Higher Secondary School. Mr. NSS Raja, the maths teacher, is my close friend. With Dr. K.S. Arulsamy, we have raised tree saplings in this campus to distribute freely to the villages to encourage forestry and green cover in and around Trichy. I worked with Reverend Father Matthew J. Gooden, then principal of that college. It was 1990, mid-90s. Then Reverend Father John also was there, from Jesu. I have conducted one national level seminar here in the community center in the year 2000, where I have invited, being the organizing secretary of that World Water Day event, along with the district collectors and officials. I have invited the chief guest, Anna Hazare from Nanded, Maharashtra state. Anna Hazare came to this college in the year 2000. I organized that seminar, World Water Day event. He delivered a speech on that day. It was appeared in the local newspapers as a big title. Only by preserving our water resources, we can ensure economic security, economic improvement, and all resources development. He has talked about sustainable development goals those days. Even 30 years ago, we used to talk in every college meetings or NSS school meetings. I used to talk about within India, we can see flood. Orissa and Maharashtra getting flood. On the other hand, in Tamil Nadu, Telangana state, where they were all facing drinking water scarcity, no rainfall, acute drought. All this happens within same India. Why? What is the reason behind that? We have very deeply thought about all these issues, ecological crisis, the global ecological crisis, the HOD, the Commerce Department organizing a seminar today and tomorrow. Even in the 90s, we have started working for Wastelands Development Program, where we have promoted forestry, agroforestry, by distributing nursery, seedlings, saplings, all in the wastelands to be planted. We also talked about the waterborne and fecal-borne diseases those days by organizing drinking water awareness camps. Why the link between the fecal matter and the food chain, how diarrheal cases is being happened among the people. Particularly, more than 1 billion children died due to diarrheal cases every year. So with that concept, keeping in mind, our focus was shifted from environmental conservation to providing clean water and sanitation to the people of India. Our major focus those days started by constructing and promoting health and hygiene and sanitation and supplying safe drinking water supply to the people in the rural areas, in the urban slums. In the year 2002, we have declared India's first slum open defecation free. The then Corporation Commissioner Venkatesan IAS was the Commissioner of Trichy City Corporation. Then the collector participated and declared Kalmandai slum, which is 3 kilometers away from this college campus, as open defecation free, where everyone uses the toilet facilities. A community toilet was provided by Gramalaya. With that advice from the women there, a child-friendly toilet was specially designed by me with my colleagues, and it was installed in the Kalmandai slum so that the children won't go for open defecation in and around the drainage and in the open sites. So that was announced as India's first open defecation free slum in India by Gramalaya, where we were instrumental in declaring that village slum as open defecation free. In the year 2000, Tandopatti village was declared as open defecation free, where a Grama Sabha meeting organized with the Panchayat President. He passed a resolution. Tandopatti village in Trichy districts is using toilet facilities, no more open defecation in the village, where everyone observing good hygiene behaviors, preventing open defecation. Like that, a stone inscription was installed in that village by Gramalaya on 26/1/2003 on the Republic Day. Almost 20 years later, I got the award in 2022 on the same Republic Day, Padma Shri Award from the Government of India, which is one of the highest civilian award given to a person working for social work. So these two areas become a model village and a model slum for the Government of India. In the 12th 5-year plan document, Gramalaya's urban sanitation program implemented in Trichy City Corporation way back in the year 2000 is considered as one of the fast inclusive, fast growing role model city for other cities in India. That way we got the recognition from Government of India as we are one of the leading organizations promoting toilet habits among the rural, urban, tribal and coastal areas where people are living with poverty and hunger. One of the sustainable development goals is talking about reducing poverty, health and well-being, another SDG goal, then providing clean water and sanitation, another goal, and also engaging partnership for achieving all these sustainable development goals. So we have contributed in all these major sustainable development goals, which is set forth for maintaining our global water, food, environment security. So one of the interesting incidents I would like to talk to you before you. One such tree planting program was done by Gramalaya in the year 1990. There we have selected around 75 acres of rainfed lands, which are barren lands, uncultivated for more than 20 years, 30 years. Before that it was a groundnut cultivation field. People left because of a lot of pesticides issues there. So that lands became a barren land near Kolakudi, near Musiri. Then we took up that land, the rainfed land was for tree planting activities. But our tree planting activities is a little bit different. It is not just planting a tree, but also work with water conservation measures. One of the micro water set planning methods. We have not only planted trees but also do some contour bunding, soil conservation works, so to retain the water moisture, then light fencing with agave, kathali, vetiver plantations. All these are done as a part of comprehensive tree planting program in order to develop the host wastelands into a fertile land by planting trees and encouraging more water security for the local farmers. What has happened? It was an undulating upland. It's almost like that. Goes like that. The time we have planted the trees there, I come across the water is flowing from the top of the land to the lower areas, from the ridge to the valley. The microset, what is the planning people used to say, like the ridge to valley treatment, soil conservation, vegetative barriers, all this will come across in the micro water planning program. The water that day, it was more rainy days, the water was flowing from the top of the land. It finally ended to the one canal, which is also a canal from the Kaveri River. From that canal, there were fish, and fishes usually travel opposite the water direction. So, from the canal, 1 kilometer away to the tree planted side, the fish started jumping into the water, and it has traveled 1 kilometer, nearly 1 kilometer to the tree planting site, a barren land. There is small ponds, and water is coming and flowing into that. I go those days by a two-wheeler. People searching here and there and shouting with a vessels bucket, silver bucket in their candle, going here and there and shouting. Then I stopped the vehicle and went to see that what is happening there. The people started catching the fish in a barren land. How can it be possible? It's a dream. No one can believe it. I personally experienced it. So in a barren land, completely dry land, wasteland, how a fish can come? How people get fishes in that barren land? That is possible because of the interlinking between the soil, water, rain, water conservation, tree planting, contour bunding, soil conservation measures, vegetative barriers. All this happened because the land became fertile, water flowing and coming out for 2 to 3 months continuously from that place. The fish travel to the highest place in the barren land. So this is one of the experience I got. Another thing I am going to talk about. Father, I gave one more thing. Okay, sorry. One more story. I was traveling with my children. Those days my daughters we were all kids studying in the 5th and 6th standard. Then I myself drove a vehicle, car from Trichy to Perambalur to Gangai Solapram. You know Gangai Solapram. Tanjore is a very historical place, heritage place like that. Gangai Solapram. Tanjore temple was built by Rajaraja Solan. Gangai Solapram was built by Saint Rajendra Chola to celebrate his victory, and he made a temple just like his father. So on the way to Perambalur to Ariyur, I saw hundreds of egrets. Egrets, you know, bird. Kokku, Tamil kokku. And the egrets, there are so many varieties. Cattle egret, little egret, large egret, like that. The egrets are browsing in the field. One farmer was standing and seeing those egrets, the birds there, spoiling the entire coriander leaves plants. Almost I found that nearly 5 to 6 acres of land, I could see thousands of egret birds. Going here, it is doing like that. Then I stopped the vehicle and I have a small video camera that day. Then I started videographing that wonderful event there. Then after videographing it. Then I asked the farmer, sir, are you worrying? Are you very worrisome? And you are worrying about that your fields are being spoiled by the birds, the egrets, like that. No, sir, I am very happy. He was telling, why? Then I asked, why you are happy, sir? No, these birds are just catching the pest in my plants, the coriander leaves. If I do some pesticides, it will cost me more. Also, I can't get good harvest. Also, it is an everyday incident. I need to work a lot. But these birds, within half an hour to an hour or so, completely work like a pesticide, but in an environment way, ecological way. Took all the small caterpillar like one, consumed everything. Then they moved to another field. So why I am telling, I am also a bird lover. I am a tree lover, I am a bird lover. I am a tree lover where I have made a tank in near Tirumala near Tanjore. Wildlife bird sanctuary. A bird sanctuary which was declared by the forest department that day, where I have studied birds and ornithology from Dr. Salim Ali, the famous ornithologist. I taught those rural area children in and around the Karivatti Vetakudi tank, which is a big tank, 7-kilometer circumference. I used to talk about environment, birds, wildlife conservation with those kids. That time it was in 1993, 94, almost those days. Continuously 10 years I worked for that sanctuary to become declared officially bird sanctuary. Karivatti Vetakudi birds, and even if you browse, you can get that those birds which are migratory birds. How many migratory birds are coming there? Now I have not, over 20 years after my marriage, then I became familiar with sanitation facilities. I have not visited for nearly 15 years. One phone call I received. Sir, this is Kalaivanan from Karivatti, Vetakudi tank. Okay, tell me. Sir, do you remember me? No, I'm not able to remember. Sir, 20 years back you came when I was studying in the primary school. You were teaching about birds and migratory birds and its importance in maintaining our ecological balances like that. Then he told, now I become a watcher here, sir, appointed by the forest department to look after the bird sanctuary. 2-3 of my friends who are students, who are kids those days, now have become a watcher in the bird sanctuary. So birds, as far as wildlife watching is a favorite for me. I have conducted a lot of trekking talks with Indira Gandhi Wildlife Sanctuary, all bird sanctuary I visited. Even I go with 25 students from NSS, 2 students from each school. I go with those students to teach them wildlife conservation, birds, the important contribution to our ecological security, all these things. So I don't want to take much of your time. Today's seminar will be a wonderful seminar for all of you. A lot of speakers and resource persons and delegates will come from different sectors. I thank you once again for such a wonderful opportunity given to me by St. Joseph College Management, Principal, HOD and Dean, and our friend Dr. Jerome and Dr. Arun Das. I wish this 2 days function to become a success, which will ensure sustainable development goals a reality. We can do wonderful job. Please contribute something to our India with the word think globally, act locally. The great end of life is not knowledge but action. With these words, I would like to conclude my speech here. Thank you so much for your listening to my speech. Thanks a lot.